Hi everybody, it's me, Corey T, and in this video we're going to be talking about when you can't stop thinking about your specific person and that person is just on your mind all the time and it's really distracting and it feels like it never ends. You might have experienced this for a short period of time or a really long period of time and you don't know why. And the first thing that I want to say is that this is really normal and really common and you don't need to beat yourself up about it. And I'm going to go into this video and explain why this might be happening to you and what you can do about it if you want to do anything about it. Because one of the things that I would say, one of the best bits of advice that I ever got was to be with the experience. So often we're resisting what is happening in our minds or in our bodies and we're shaming ourselves for it. And this is really easy to do in the manifestation community, isn't it? Because you're told all these shoulds and shouldn'ts and things that you should do or feel or be in order to create what you want. And then you start thinking, oh no, I'm thinking about this person all the time. I'm not letting go. So I'm doing something wrong and I don't know how to stop and there's something wrong with me. And we start resisting what is. So one of the ways that you can combat this, first of all, is to be able to say, I'm just going to be with this experience. Okay, I don't know how to stop thinking about this person right now. Okay, so let's just let it be. The harder you try to stop thinking about someone, the harder it's going to be to stop thinking about them. What we resist persists. It's honestly the same, exactly the same as me saying, don't think about a pink elephant. Just don't. Why are you thinking about a pink elephant? Oh my God, you're still thinking about a pink elephant. And then having that shaming voice going, can you not just stop thinking about a pink elephant? What's wrong with you? So if you have that voice in your head shaming you for thinking about it, of course it's going to be harder to not think about it. So allow yourself to think about it. Let it be like clouds passing through the sky, like a mindfulness exercise, really. That's honestly what this is like. Thinking is just thoughts. It's just thoughts that come and go, but we get attached to them and we get attached to their stories. The other thing that I want to say that can help with this, that has helped me to let go of the resistance to thinking about something or someone over and over again is, if you are thinking about someone and they're on your mind a lot, maybe they're just supposed to be for now. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. Maybe they're supposed to be there in your head. And actually, maybe you're supposed to be having this experience right now, which you're resolving and working through and learning to understand yourself better through having these thoughts. I'm going to give you some really good advice in this video about overthinking and about why it happens. But when you're feeling overwhelmed with the idea of stopping thinking of someone and it feels impossible, and even after watching this video you think, I still don't know how to do it, I still don't understand, that's okay. And you just have to give yourself the grace to be where you are, be with the experience. Let it be. Let yourself think about this person. Let it be. It's okay. You're not going to be thinking about this person forever and ever and ever. Okay, you're just going through a period of time where you are thinking about them a lot. And I have absolutely definitely been there. And I know what it's like to go to work and still be thinking about it and to not really be able to focus on anything else. I have been there, and I think most of the world has been there at some point when it comes to romantic relationships. It can happen at the beginning when you're excited and you're thinking about it all the time, or it can happen especially, as we all know, when you've been hurt and you're wanting to resolve the conflict that you feel in your body. So as a coping mechanism, right, I'm going to go into why you might be overthinking now. And this information is so useful. So I hope that this resonates with you. Okay, so as a coping mechanism, when we were young, to avoid the discomfort that we might have been experiencing in our bodies when something happened at home or with family or at school or whatever, and we didn't have the emotional tools, validation or regulation skills to be able to regulate our emotions because that was not modeled to us, what we learned to do was to go up into our heads, right? And think and stay there and be there in our heads because it was safer than being and feeling in our bodies because we didn't know how to get back to safety in our bodies. So what I want to say to you is that when you are overthinking, which is very normal and there's nothing wrong with you, when you're overthinking, it is a natural response to a dysregulated nervous system. You have basically left your body and gone up into your head because it feels safer there. And often what you might do there is try and think about scenarios, situations, try and figure things out. You might be in a freeze state in your body, lying on your bed, thinking, worrying. When's this going to happen? When am I going to hear from this person again? What if it's this way? What if it's that way? What if that awful thing happens? Oh no, what would I do? What would I feel then? Okay, so we go up into our heads because it actually feels safer than being in the present, where we would feel some uncomfortable emotions. So one of the things that you can do when you find yourself in that state of overthinking, you might realize and wake up to the fact that you have been sitting on your bed or walking around all day, not being able to actually concentrate or be in the present at all, and you feel really uncomfortable, and you've been thinking all day. Maybe you've been lying on your bed or not doing much else, procrastinating because you've been thinking about it. When you notice that you are doing that, first of all, drop down into your body and just be with what is there, okay? Don't question it, don't analyze it, just go down into your body. And often when I do this with clients in my calls, in my coaching calls, I'll do this as a practice, to practice it. Usually what people do is they say, yeah, but when I do that, I think, and then they go straight back into their heads again. Yeah, but when I feel this, I just think, what if this or what if that? And we go habitually straight back into our minds again. It's such a strong habit that needs to be broken with awareness, okay? So we're going to start to do this with awareness. The first thing you do is notice that you're overthinking and notice how uncomfortable you actually feel doing that. The worries don't feel good. The obsessing doesn't feel good. So drop down into your body and be with that experience. And then what I want you to do is name the emotion. Okay, so can you name it? What is it? Is it disappointment? Is it fear? Is it anxiety? Is it grief? What is it that you're feeling in your body? Okay, because what we want to do is get really good at actually allowing ourselves to feel these things, the things that we're trying to run away from. And usually you know that you're trying to run away from it because you're trying to find a solution. You're trying to find the resolution that will make these feelings go away. So you might be thinking, maybe they'll come back when this happens. Maybe it'll be when that happens. But what if that happens? And oh no, and your fear brain kind of takes over. And you're trying to find a way out. You're trying to problem solve, which is what we do with our minds. But sometimes it goes into override, and that's when we need to come back into the present. So name the emotion and then be with the experience. When you allow yourself to feel that disappointment or that sadness or that grief, you won't be in resistance to it, and therefore it can come through you and out of you much quicker. And I know that this is scary because you think, am I accepting this? Am I accepting this sadness? Am I accepting this grief? Actually, you are allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to feel what you feel, which is one of the most self-loving things that you can do. Right? And we're talking about self-concept and building our capacity for self-protection, self-love, inner strength, right? And this is one of the ways that you can do it. And it's not often talked about because we're talking about, when people are talking about self-concept, they talk about getting to the end state of like, I'm confident now and I feel better now and I'm everything and I know I'm worthy and this is just how I feel naturally all the time. But in order to get there, you need to build the capacity to actually feel what is also uncomfortable, because you're a human and you are going to feel these things in your life. So when you can accept that and you can have the courage and the strength to know within yourself, I'm capable of feeling these things too. I'm capable and I'm strong enough to feel whatever life throws at me, whatever happens. I know that I can feel this, process it, and then let it go, right? But often we're in so much resistance to these feelings because we haven't built up the knowledge and the experience and the practice of being able to self-regulate when they come. And let me just tell you that this practice, when you get used to it, when you've done this enough times, you won't be as scared of these feelings, so they can come through you and out of you and go away, so that you naturally go back into a more positive state, which will naturally create better results, better thoughts, better outcomes, okay? But usually we're in such resistance to these feelings that we don't get there and we gaslight ourselves over and over again. When we're overthinking and you're obsessing about something or someone, it's because you have left your body because something feels really uncomfortable. And as soon as you can be with that experience, process it and let it go, and then find, this is the next really important bit, right? From there, after you've allowed yourself a period of time to experience and feel this emotion, the next thing that you need to do is find resourcefulness. And that means that we don't sit and think and feel and process emotions all day long. There are some people who believe that the more that you can sit and feel your emotions and process them, the quicker that you're going to release them, basically. But personally, I think that this can be kind of counterintuitive, especially if you're doing this on your own for the first time. I mean, you don't have the guidance or someone there with you to support you through this process, because you can go into a victim mindset and you can find it really, really overwhelming. So what I do personally is I allow myself to feel what I need to feel. I give myself time to do that. I bring awareness to it. I know that I am changing my neural pathways by bringing awareness and compassion to myself of feeling what I have to feel and holding myself through it, soothing myself through it. And then once I've done that, I might have cried or screamed or, shaked a bit, so whatever I need to do. After I've done that and I felt a slight shift in my nervous system, I'll then go and do something nice for myself. I won't stay there in that state all day, and I won't allow myself to wallow there, because that can lead to really feeling really awful for a long period of time, and actually we end up going into our heads anyway. So the whole point of this is to be in the body and to notice the physiological shifts. So particularly things like running. I've been doing running, like little 10-minute short little runs, or like really quick little bursts of exercise, or doing something fun like dancing or something creative or whatever. This is what I do, and I personally think it is so important for me, and it's shown my nervous system and my younger self that there is an adult taking care of me, and therefore I feel cared for and protected, and it just soothes my nervous system so much because I know that I am looking after myself and giving myself the validation, compassion and love to feel my emotions. And when you're feeling better in your body, in your nervous system, you've returned to safety in your body, you will naturally have better feeling thoughts. That's what happens. You will naturally think better thoughts. And from there, you can manifest different things. You can manifest different outcomes. It will naturally happen. So in my opinion, it's a really good idea to give yourself situations and experiences that allow you to be around other people, for example, do something new, go to a dance class, do something that interests you, use your creativity and your hobbies and the things that you like to do, because those things really do return you to safety, and creativity is one of the best ways that you can return to safety as well. Also, exercise. I mean, it's just a given with any kind of mental health, isn't it? Just moving your body will help you to move that emotion, energy and motion, okay? And when your body feels calm, your mind is going to feel calmer, and you will not overthink so much. You'll be more in a state of equilibrium in your mind and your body. So this is honestly what body-based manifestation is. And it really comes down to learning how to self-regulate and self-soothe so that you can have better feeling thoughts. Soothing ourselves is one of the most powerful, self-regulating, stabilizing things that we can learn to do. And many of us don't know how to do that yet. So if you would like some more information about this, or you'd like a more in-depth workshop actually on letting go, because this is what this is really letting go and really coming back to ourselves and our bodies and allowing ourselves to face and feel what we're feeling so that we can return to our natural, powerful state of creation, which is where we can create anything and become masters of our minds and our bodies and our realities. I have a workshop called Ready to Glow, which I did recently and recorded, and now you can buy the recording, which is now on my website. I also have a 12-week program, which you may have heard me talk about a few times. It's a 12-week program where we practice this regularly. You have that regular support, not only on the 2 calls a week that you get and the one-to-one support that you get with me, but you also get a Telegram group where you have daily support where I jump in, you know, every day to ask how everybody's doing, and I check up on people and people share what's going on, and there's that daily support. So if you're someone that really would like to dive deeper into yourself and to actually create a new neural pathway where you can stop overthinking and start feeling and being who you really are, letting go of the stuff and the need to control your environment and find safety in your body again, then I really recommend doing this course. It is my favourite thing that I've done since I started this channel, and I'm really excited for the group to meet each other, to find their tribe. They're going to get to know each other so well over the 12 weeks. And yeah, if you'd like to know some more information about that, then message me or email me and we'll book a 30-minute call to find out more about you, where you're at, and how this course can help you. Or maybe if you'd like to do some one-to-one. Some people prefer the one-to-one, some people really like group coaching. I really like group coaching. I think it offers you things that one-to-one doesn't, but some people obviously do prefer one-to-one, which I'm still doing as well. So let me know what you think about this video, and if it's given you any kind of light bulb moments, any ideas about how you're going to go forward with your overthinking. I'd love to know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.